For me, this is a chance to discover them for the first time, really.
The Who were being highly touted, but for many the highlight was Bob Dylan's Hyde Park debut. The veteran folk singer managed to crank himself up for a crowd-pleasing set. But while the crowd mellowed out to Bob, a drama was unfolding backstage as injury threatened to cancel the Who's reunion.
A little bit of a run-in with a microphone stand being swung by Mr. Gary Glitter. And my fault entirely, because I was standing behind him, he didn't know I was there. And he swung it round his head and the foot of the stand, which luckily had a lump of rubber on it. It smashed the bone that holds the eye in place. I'm all right, I'll be all right. But if it hadn't have had the rubber on it, I would have been dead, because it would have gone through the eye, and what a great rock and roll ending.
Anxious sometimes. I mean, I'm anxious about Roger. I feel so sorry for him and so fearful for him, you know, because he's got to go up there and he's really got to sing, and he's going to put his skull under tremendous pressure, and it could cause him tremendous pain, and he could start to bleed, and I'm really worried.
For rock festival old-timers like Rolling Stone Mick Jagger, it was a far cry from the drug-hazed days of the swinging 60s. Not only was alcohol banned from Hyde Park, but the concert was sponsored by corporate giant MasterCard. And as the first concert in a royal park for 27 years, it was fitting that it should receive a royal blessing. Prince Charles took a break from his duties to add a regal touch to the occasion, joining a host of dignitaries in the audience to roll back the years in aid of his youth-oriented charity, the Prince's Trust. Also keeping the royal guest entertained was Scottish comedian and charity circuit regular Billy Connolly.
With all the luminaries present and seated, it was time to bring on the ultimate rock fossils. Roger Daltrey's black eye added a theatrical touch to The Who's performance as he donned an eye patch to soldier bravely through the group's 1973 rock opera. Gary Glitter was allowed back on stage with Daltrey along with string support from Pink Floyd's leading man Dave Gilmour. Bob Dylan was keeping both his eyes covered when he lined up with Rolling Stone Ron Wood to greet the Prince. Roger Daltrey also won royal approval, although he fared less well with the British rock critics, who seemed more interested in his eye patch than the music. In spite of the critical drubbing, some guests could still see the funny side. Organisers are hoping the concert will raise $750,000 to fund a series of youth projects for the Prince's Trust. Meanwhile, the music returned to full throttle when guitar great Eric Miller. Although the critics were equally dismissive of Clapton's performance, the audience response suggests these rock dinosaurs are still a long way from extinction.